Yeah.
Good.
All right. Welcome to Tennis Sucks. It's been approximately 83 years since we made the last podcast.
Why is that, Luke?
It's only at 50% my
years,
fault.
83 years or 6 festivals?
It's 50% your fault? Where's the other 50?
I'm going to say 50% my fault that I've not been here. But yeah, well, anyway, we're back. We're back. Lots of
Tomorrowland,
things
Forest
to discuss.
Festival. Yeah, sorry, God.
Yeah, man. I am recovered. I'm fully recovered. I'm human again. Yeah, I went into analog mode for a minute, but I'm back in digital. Let's start. I guess we got a lot to recap. Last time we recorded was the DSQ episode, right?
Yeah. MLP.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Wow. And who would have thought?
Fucking A. The day after.
Yeah. So, all right. So the recap for everyone who didn't hear is the SU's paddle got caught with a substance on it. And there was some back and forth on whether it was intentional, what it was. Is it cheating? Is it not cheating? He ended up with a $50K fine and a ban for 60 days.
Yes, I
think.
believe that's right. 2 months.
Oh, it's months, not events?
No, it's 2 months.
So what do you guys think about that? Did you guys have any opinions on that? I mean,
A ton of them. I was not quick to judge because of a couple reasons. One, I respect Andre. I think he's, probably been the best male, if not the second best male in the game for the past 4 or 5 months. And I didn't want to shit on him right away. And then there was a couple things that were weird about it. It's like I saw the paddle that got put in and it looks like there's black shit on it. It looks disgusting. And then I went back and looked at all the paddles when he plays and I never see that substance. So I don't know if he used it in competition. The reason that they gave was that he would have other people practice with it to add more spin. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't state that. But what I can say is that I've played Andre a bunch and not one time did I think oh my God, he's creating so much spin, or oh my God, he's creating so much power. It was just this guy's really fucking good. So I didn't want to call him out, and I took some flack for that because I call cheaters out all the time. And like I said, if I look at a line call, I'm watching it happen. I know the guy cheated. You cheated. I don't know exactly what happened with Andre. But my guess is that he did not use it in competition. I don't think he would be that stupid to purposefully hand something in like that and try to get away with that. There's no way to get away with it. And if you were smart, why wouldn't you just put the shit on after?
right.
So,
Yeah.
I just think it was an error in judgment. I don't exactly know the reason for it.
It doesn't quite add up.
No, it doesn't add up. So my take is if he didn't use the paddle in competition, which I don't think he did, then the fine seems very, very, very large.
$50,000.
Is fucking huge for a pickleball player.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Insane.
Right.
How does that compare to other sport fines? Is that a lot? Or
Relative to salary, it's enormous.
right.
If it was basketball, shit, no, nobody cares. But Jamal Murray or whatever for the Nuggets threw an ice pack on the floor and almost had players trip, and I think they fined him $100,000. He gets paid $40 million a year.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Andre is not making.
Right.
So yeah, it was huge.
What do you think? Or do you think the fine was fair? Or
I mean, I don't know because I'm not a player. I know that some other players reached out to me before the fine came and were like, is he going to get suspended? I kept saying, no, I don't think so. I think he's fine. Then he got suspended. And I was like, kind of are you happy now? And they're like, no, it's way too late.
Too light for people who think
60 days. I don't know if it was so much about the fine and the money. It was more about how long he should be suspended for.
Sure.
And 2 players specifically that reached out to me said that I said back, are you happy now? And they said, no, it should have been much more steep.
But those are people that believe
60 days.
I agree. If he used it in competition, then the fine is not enough and the suspension is not enough. I genuinely don't think he ever used it in a point. So
That's
to me, it's not cheating. And this is what I will say. Agassi, when I had my rackets done with tennis, this company RPNY used to customize them. And Agassi was putting shit on his strings all the time. Super glue, grease, oil, trying to find out if any of them made the ball bite more or respond differently.
Wow.
So maybe he was just play testing something and he had it in his bag and he was negligent enough to not think about it, which is, again, come on, man, pull it together here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yes, if he cheated deliberately, then 2-year ban.
Yeah,
fine.
That's what they're saying. It should be a year or 2, not 60 days.
I agree.
And they didn't say anything about the money. It wasn't the money that was important to them. It was more about it's well, he won.
Yeah.
He won with an unfair advantage.
But he didn't.
We need to have a serious penalty
That's
for
the
that.
thing. It seems like, no, I don't know. Did we have any concrete evidence that he actually played in a competition with that paddle? I don't know.
No, I
don't know
haven't seen any.
Yeah.
And like I said, the paddle that I saw that was submitted, you could see shit on it. Like it was visible.
Right.
It was very, very clear. So it's like, all right, go look at all the matches he played.
You don't see it.
You don't see any shit on his paddle.
So
I
then,
remember seeing a picture of him. I feel like it was on the court after a win, or maybe during like a post interview. It was posted on a major site, like maybe the Dink even, and they were like, "Look at this stuff right there," and it was like him
really?
on the court holding the paddle, but I don't know if he played with it.
yeah, interesting. I don't know. I mean, I suppose the fine is supposed to scare off other people from doing it, but I
Of
mean,
course.
Yeah, I think that's the intent.
I guess I don't know if there's been a lot of evidence that people have been trying to do that anyway.
I mean, we tried some stuff on our courts here,
That's
remember?
right,
And it
yeah.
didn't help at all.
It was
Right.
bad. Yeah,
Well,
you just made
that's
it
what I
worse.
wanna do.
It
It's
made
like,
the paddle worse.
we should go buy pine tar adhesives and put it on a paddle and see if there's an advantage.
Right.
And this is what I'll also say. I guarantee you that the paddle is still not performing near the Gen 3. Like, no fucking chance.
That's probably true.
So
Yeah.
it's like, is he winning with an advantage?
Right.
Relative to what?
Yeah,
Relative to every person that's playing the new mod and alpha that are apparently
Yeah.
different, then it's the same fucking paddle.
Right.
So yeah, you want to talk advantages? What do we? Now,
Not to
do I
mention-
think he deliberately cheated? I don't. I really don't. Because again, I just played with him in fucking Phoenix, and he was insanely good, very, very good. I saw no difference.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have a huge take on it.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is
I
now.
don't think it personally affects me, so it's tough for me to get emotional
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's
Sounds
like,
right.
It just felt like it kind of came out of nowhere after the back of the PPA starting their own paddle
Yeah, yeah.
testing, and
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, is this the new way of life now? That there's not a lot of
people are
transparency.
still going to
and-
cheat. I don't think that
People will always
suspension
cheat.
and that money is going to do it.
They'll always cheat.
Yeah.
Right.
They're going to find ways around all this stuff.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Travis, you've got your new gear on since you've been gone. You got a new sponsor. You're a Proton guy now.
Yeah, I got to remain objective. Apparently, you can buy my silence, but no, not the case. I switched to Proton. Was talking to them before this happened. Just like what they're doing. I like the concept that they're trying to make a paddle that adds value to the average consumer. That you can use a paddle that has an extensive break-in period. I wish it was a little less, but they use a really high-grade carbon fiber with a nano tacked on top of it, and once you break it in, the paddle lasts forever. They have a lifetime warranty on it. So, Andre was using a paddle for 6 months. Megan's paddle, I just played with one of hers in San Clemente that she's been playing with for 6 months, and it played insane. Now, with that said, I played with it in DC MLP for the first event, and I was unaware of how strong or how long it took to break the paddle in, and I was awful. It had very, very little power. Very little spin relative to what I'd hit with before using Megan's and Andre's paddles. And yeah, it just takes a while for it to break in, but the broken in ones feel amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
It's weird. It's like the only paddle that you break in. Normally they just
It's
break.
the only paddle that genuinely gives a value to the consumer that they could potentially use a paddle forever. And as a player, it's great because you don't have to be worried about like inconsistencies in the response, changing paddles all the time.
Yeah.
You get to play with it every day,
Right.
and then feel it perfectly. So I think that's a huge upside for a serious competitor, and obviously there's a huge upside for the average consumer.
Yeah. And at since we had the break, we were at the Proton HQ in Phoenix and had some fun games. We brought a lot of podcast people out
Yeah.
there. That was fun.
Yeah, that was
Got
really
to
cool.
meet some cool people.
Yeah, they
Shout
do cool
out.
shit like that. Like I think
Yeah.
they're the only company that I've seen that does like events like that. They just had another one where it was like a meet and greet with the Arizona
Oh,
Drive.
right. Yeah.
They do that shit all the time. So, and I'm excited to be with them. I think they have, anytime Charles talks about his efforts, it's always about places like Crescent, doing things for community pickleball, not, the Diescues or the Zones or Donald Youngs of the world.
Yeah, yeah.
He's really trying to do things that are good for the sport.
Makes sense. It's cool. Well, I'm excited to see you play with it.
Likewise.
We've got a few recaps to go, but before I jump into that, there's one piece of old news I really want to get through, which is the Ben's hot mic on the sidelines with Anna Lee when he called Tyra's back drives.
Shit.
Shit. Did you see that, Graham?
Yes.
And what's your take on Tyra's drives, first of all?
I thought her response was great.
Her response was
right.
incredible.
That was the best part
So
of the
good.
whole
That's
thing.
the best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She handled it so well.
Yeah, like she probably won a ton of fans over by handling it the way she did.
She just signed with Reebok and Advil, so she's won them over too.
Yeah. She's crushing it.
Fucking crushing
Yeah.
it.
Are the hot mics turned off now because of that incident?
I wonder. They
I
have to
think
be,
they
right?
are, because it was funny. Megan and I were talking on the side, and she looked at me, she's like, "They're on." Oh, shit. Let's not say shit.
Yeah. All the players just complete silence now just to be safe.
Speaking of hot mics, we had a hot mic at MLP in DC that Travis loved.
Smash the
Oh,
stash.
we
baby.
haven't talked about that yet.
No,
We did.
we
And you
did. We
have the
talked about
clip.
that. No, I'm talking about in DC. The
What?
ref.
Oh, okay. Never
Oh
mind.
my god! No, we were talking.
Wait.
He was talking about Atlanta when Rafa
We did
said,
we
like,
did
talked
put that
about it,
one. We
yeah,
did do that one.
sure.
Wait, so which one are you talking about? A ref one?
We had a ref. We had a
oh my
ref in
God, the
DC,
sniff.
and
Carol is her name.
we had to
Oh no,
call
it's
her
not
out.
Carol. It's not
I'll
Carol.
bleep it out.
It's not Carol. It's not Carol. I'm wrong. I'm wrong anyway. But yeah, fucking
But-
Graham. Go ahead. You tell it.
So
Jesus.
normally the refs they
So
turn their
annoying.
mics off in between saying the score.
The
or-
one that blasts on the whole
yeah, it's
auditorium?
correct.
Okay, yeah.
Well, this lady, I don't know what was going on,
Awful.
but she had a sniffing issue, and so she's. And we're warming up for the first match, and I said to Travis, like, I don't think I can take this. I'm gonna have to leave. And he's like, what? What's going on? And I'm like, you don't hear the sniffing?
I wish he'd never told me.
The whole rest of the match. He's like, I can't concentrate.
So fucking loud.
I can't hit a ball.
And
Oh,
like sometimes
no.
during the point, like
Like it'll go silent, and they're dinking at the kitchen. All you hear is,
and then sure enough, I told Yates, and Yates was like, "Why did you tell me that?" It was so bad.
That's awesome. Damn. You think? Well, did you win that match?
Yes, it was the one we did win.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, good.
there's our lucky sniffer.
We need more sniffing.
Sneezing on the
It was
competition.
intense.
That's amazing.
was
Oh,
rough.
yeah. Man, it's just been a whole season of hot mics. Yeah, this is the third hot mic we've got.
Well,
I mean,
dude sent me Smash the Stash shirts.
Right.
He reached out to me online, and he made shirts for me
No way.
based on
Wait,
Rafa's
who?
hot mic thing. I don't know, some dude who has them on Etsy, and it says Smash the Stash.
Oh,
Do you
my
have any of them?
God.
Yeah, I have two of them.
That's hilarious.
I have a dark green.
Oh,
and
That's
shit. We need to be
hilarious.
wearing these.
You should wear them for
I'll bring them
warm-ups.
in.
Wear them for warm-ups.
Yeah.
Dion says she likes me wearing them because they're female repellent.
Okay. Okay.
Strongly disagree. They're great shirts.
Is Yates gonna grow out his stash for Grand
I don't think
Rapids?
that's a good look for him.
Can he grow a mustache? I guess he's got beard, right?
I think he can. He's 30
Yeah.
now.
I
Oh, no,
can't.
Graham. Yeah.
I can't grow his mustache.
So let's see. So MLP Ripco, we just did DC. How did DC go? Obviously, we traded. Pat Smith was injured, so you got Yates.
We
Tell us
liked
about
him.
that.
We liked him a
Yates was
lot.
awesome.
Great team chemistry. Thought he played well,
He did great.
and so we picked him up full time
I sucked. That was the
in
problem at
Grand
DC.
Rapids.
I shouldn't have changed the paddle so quickly. I'd been playing with it for like 2 days.
Yeah, you played with the Proton.
I played with the Proton, brand new Proton.
Yeah, what-
Let's clarify. I did not understand that they increase in power by about 50% once broken in. And let's just say my hand speed, which is generally my best asset, was not my best asset. And I was not getting any power. And so I fucked the team over. I feel very, very responsible. And now, fortunately, I have some broken in paddles and have that dialed in. That will not be the case moving forward because I sucked.
But Yates obviously performed well. Everyone got on with him. He
Sorry, Nicole.
was
Sorry. You can blame us. It's our fault. It was, for sure. You had the angle.
The cameras are blocking the ATPs here
Yeah.
on court 4
Yeah.
at Crescent Lake.
She's pissed.
yeah, it's a shame.
They could care less about the pod. All they care about is winning this game.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
this is important shit. You know it.
It's always important at Crescent. So
Damn.
the team got on with Yates then? Everyone liked playing
Yeah,
with him?
great.
He was great.
Both Tammy and Martina seemed to love playing with him, practicing with him. And I think he handled Travis really well
Really
because
well.
Travis, was a little unhappy with his performance.
Yeah.
And I think there was, I don't know, anyone could have done a good of a job
No,
as
he was
handling
so
that situation.
positive. You can't do it better, honestly. Like, he was the best teammate that you could ask for, and super complimentary, super positive, trying to like instill belief in everyone. He did a great job. And then, I think the big thing for us moving forward is he's such a good singles player. And it just gives us a real chance once we go to Dream Breakers, which has been an issue for us because me at one singles is not good enough. And he gives you a real shot against anybody. When Yates is on, he's a top 3 singles player in the world. Like, he's disgustingly talented. So we need that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Well, that's a good pickup then. I guess that's good. So we're only a week away, 2 weeks away from Beer City.
1 week.
1 week away.
We play next Wednesday at 3:30 p.m.
Yep.
Okay.
By the time this comes out, it'll be like 4 days away or 5 days away. Yeah.
So this one's different, obviously. No points. It's for cash and it's a draw, right?
In-season tournament. And I haven't told you guys this yet, but if you win the cash, it all goes to the players.
Yeah.
It was supposed to go to the team owner.
Oh, really?
I'm saying Florida Smash has
really?
agreed to give it to the players.
That's awesome.
I think it's 30K for first, maybe 20 for second, and 10 for third.
Let's go, baby.
So that's,
Yeah.
That's some motivation.
the motivation.
And so how do the matchups look for you?
I like our first matchup. It's the BLQK Black Bears. It was our only win in DC.
Okay.
And, we don't typically lose to Jimmy. I don't know that we ever have, honestly.
Well, it's the only time I've ever played him.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've lost to Tyler a few times lately.
Not Tyler.
Okay. Just Jimmy.
Just Jimmy.
So, and then who's after that? Or does it just depend on the...
Once we win that one, we play the Bay Area Breakers.
Right.
They upgraded a
lot of teams have upgraded.
A lot of teams have upgraded.
I mean, I still think we're going to be very good because I think in Atlanta, I was the top player by Real Clear Stats. Is that right?
Yes.
And
well, that's what they hinted
I think
at.
I was I would wager I was like the 35th best player in.
You were 32 of 33.
There you go.
Like you beat out Kelsey Grambo.
Yes. I mean, I was fucking bad. So anyway, now, we upgraded too. You'll have normal Travis back. And
that's good to know.
And
I like that.
And I think our girls are blending. I think we have a really good team chemistry considering the circumstances, and we're going to be good. So yeah, other teams have taken. Highlight this.
Yeah, upgraded a lot of females. So
fucking bullshit.
I don't know exactly how it happened, but a lot of the females that were playing exclusively kind of APP or unavailables suddenly became available in the waiver period a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so Susanna Barr, although she won't be in Grand Rapids, Susanna Barr got picked up. Megan Fudge got picked up.
That's huge.
Yana Newell got picked up.
Yeah.
Bobby Oshiro got picked up.
So who are the girls now for Bay Area?
I think they have Elise Jones and Jill Braverman. Is that right?
Damn. A good squad.
That's a premier level.
Yeah, it's a premier level team. I mean, Elise just made semis of San Clemente. Right. She's a very solid, stable player. We're going to have to talk about when I played her in mixed, though, just for Zane's pleasure.
Okay. All right, well, let's do it.
Do it now.
Do it now.
San Clemente. Hey, Zane, you ever been pickled? I can't tell you. We were playing with Megan. We were like 8-0. I was looking at her. I was like, hey, we fucking need this pickle. Just so that every time I can see Zane, I can go, hey, you ever pickled someone at PPA?
Oh, my God.
And I did it like 5 times. He said, shut the fuck up. So that was with the broken in Proton Megans. Played fucking sick. And so Zane... He came off after, like, you were so dialed, you played so well. I was like, yeah, it was 11-0. Of course, I played well. You lost 11-0. So I'm going to say that over and over
That's
and
great.
over.
So how did you and Megan, you like playing with Megan?
She was awesome, man.
Yeah?
I feel bad for her. After the first match, I had her old paddle. And, again, 6 months old, the butt cap came loose in our warm-up before our match against Fed and Rachel. So I couldn't play with the paddle I'd been playing with. Used a relatively newer one. It did not have the same juice. So I was not what I wanted to be. Fixed that. But she's so offensive, man. And she's just got so many weapons to attack.
Cool.
She finishes the point as well as any woman.
Cool.
And great personality. Just super fun to play with.
Awesome.
So I liked her.
Yeah.
I wish she'd play with me more, but she probably has a ton of offers.
Yeah.
Why did you get her for that event?
I don't know. She asked me.
Oh.
That's
and
sweet.
I think the first match we played really good. I think we had a chance to go far, but that was San Clemente for me. Like, it was close, but no cigar, a lot left on the bone. But I at least felt like finally I was playing well again, playing forceful. I was really nervous there for a while that I wasn't going to be good with the new paddle, but I didn't realize that once it's broken in, it's, so much more powerful. So I was good again. And I really wanted to perform well.
Wow. And this was at the San Clemente, right?
The best tournament that I've ever been to.
Yeah, tell us about that. Why is that best tournament?
Man. I mean, the crowds were unbelievable. Standing room only, people going nuts, great venue, obviously. And then the matches were just so good. There were so many high pressure, close people talking back and forth. Obviously, the match of the tournament was Tejas Patrick Quinn versus the Johns brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, Hayden's fucking good. He's playing so well. But they were chippy. A lot of bitching about the ball. Colin bitching about the let tapes. Hayden,
That's all normal.
Yeah, but Hayden, the way that he was talking to Colin in between points was
Really?
so good. Oh my God. Walking straight to the net towards him.
No way. I've noticed he does that.
So Colin has another new enemy now?
No, that's just Hayden during matches.
Yeah, but Colin hates chirpers.
No, I don't think that's right. I think he hates.
Yeah.
I think he hates like if you're derogatory towards him. I don't think he was derogatory towards him. He was just talking shit.
Gotcha.
So, Colin what's going on with that? I mean, the Johns brothers are just losing it.
Yeah.
I mean, but Ben, I don't think he's still winning everything else.
Oh, that's not true. He didn't make the singles
He
finals.
didn't make the singles finals, and they were down in the semis 10-3 to Georgia, and which again might be the match of the tournament. You could say that.
The competition's just getting better.
The game is changing.
The game is changing. Yeah, and so he had a kind of like a head start on everyone, right?
Yeah.
And now all these guys have been playing for 2 years plus.
Sure.
They're catching up.
And they're also very system-oriented, Ben and Colin, so I'm sure a lot of guys are spending time and getting accustomed to what that system is and what plays they run. And I think that there's just more of a knowledge of that. And I also think the biggest thing is a lot of the right side players, which Gabe Tardio is the best example of, are no longer thinking, I set up my partner.
Right.
They're thinking, I'm going to be highly aggressive.
That's why I play the way I do when I'm playing with you now. I'm same way.
You did fix your forehand out of the air today.
We're evolving.
You know
We
what's
have
amazing
to
too is-
evolve as a team if we're going to keep winning money balls.
Graham was a good student today. I'll start with that. Yeah. And then after our practice, which I gave him a lesson, basically, I said, hey, Graham, thanks for playing. You're welcome. It's amazing. I've never, not one time to say thank you, Travis. Like I'm me. No, not a big deal, and he's him, and I'm thanking him.
I love that.
Jesus. But
You're gracing him with your presence on the court,
He does.
Graham. Yeah.
I mean,
and he does. He's very nice.
I'm one of the
what
best
do you
ball
wanna work
feeders
on?
on the planet, probably.
You are the best driller.
I would
that I've
say
ever
maybe
worked with.
Kwang Dong's dad has probably got you beat on
He's
that one.
fucking top shelf.
I could do
Yeah.
that. I could do that.
Yeah. He's a
No,
ball
you
feeder.
I could drill you like that.
Okay. I don't think you could have that intensity in anything.
Harder, faster, harder.
Which, by the way, they're doing huge things in Asia. Like PPA Asia is coming along. They're literally building it around the Duong family.
Really?
Yeah. They're going to Vietnam right now to do like five events. Well, they were supposed to do it, but now they're playing MLP, obviously, because he's with the Ranchers. But yeah,
Wild.
they have very big ideas for PPA Asia.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's everywhere. The world of pickleball is just going
Booming.
crazy.
Fucking booming. MLP Australia draft. Did you guys see that? Like Kyle Yates is in it.
Oh, is he
Kyle
really?
Yates, Cassidy. Like there's some good players in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
They're gonna have to
you mean
move
the
that?
Sydney Smash?
The Sydney Smash.
Yeah, didn't we get our copyright thing?
We just got it.
What the fuck is going on here?
I think you guys
we need
should
to talk about this.
You should do a trade one season, and like our team goes to Australia, and the Sydney team comes to America and plays.
That's not a bad idea.
Speaking of, there's two Aussie guys in San Clemente, Mitch Hargreaves and Tom Ford. Tom made a good run, beat Rafa Tyler Loon before losing to Fed. Like these guys are coming, man. They're good. They're getting good.
Yeah.
Mitch is super talented, and they said like they're playing all the fucking time. Like pickleball is getting huge there.
Yeah. So, I don't even know if I want to
Evan,
ask this,
sorry.
Travis. You had a travel nightmare?
PPA sack, another one.
Yeah, have you
had another
ever had
travel
you ever had a
nightmare?
good travel experience?
Yes, since I've gotten away from American. Yeah, I was supposed to go to Sacramento. I had a thing with Rowan, so I couldn't get there the day early. All flights canceled. Literally drove to Orlando to get a good flight to Sacramento. Canceled. No other flights for you. Had to fly to LA standby.
Oh my
Get in at
God.
1 a.m. Rental car, get in at 2 a.m. 6.5 hour drive to Sacramento through the night. And then play like 3 hours later mixed.
That's insane.
Yes, it was not fun.
That's
And I
okay.
didn't play that bad.
I'd qualify that as a nightmare for
Oh,
sure.
dude, through the night. I had to pull over once because my eyes were like, and I was fucking veering. And I was like,
Oh
oh,
my
shit,
God.
I better pull over. So I stopped in some truck stop where I was very nervous and covered myself up with my clothing in the back, slept for 30 minutes, listening to some Bob Marley, and then back to it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that was probably about the time I was at main stage.
I was
in
gonna
the
say this
festival.
sounds a lot. This sounds a lot like Luke's
my
weekend.
my camping nightmare.
Did you have a camping nightmare?
We got thunderstorms, some pretty bad rain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you didn't care at that moment, did you?
Yeah.
You were like, you were.
Yeah.
You had mud on your body and
Yeah. I was
free
feral.
love, everybody.
Yeah.
Barbells. What's the guys? Wait, dumbbells and what's your
Cakes and dumbbells.
cakes and dumbbells? Was fucking also had mud all over his body. It was a great day. Great day, great night. Bring on that rain.
Welcome to the swamp, baby.
Hey, did you do the porta potty thing where you walk through in the door?
No, actually, it was a fireplace, and a secret fireplace. You crawled through it, and you ended up into a BDSM dungeon DJ set.
I mean, okay, so he went to Forest Festival, Luke.
Electric
And he's
Forest,
telling me, yeah, Electric Forest Festival. There's like little stages set up throughout the forest. Looks like the coolest festival I've ever seen. Was it the best festival you've been
That
to?
is my favorite festival
I
now.
have to go.
Yeah, you have to come with me
And-
next time.
I'm not going with you, but I'm going to go.
I'm gonna surprise you, like I did
you would
Django.
surprise me.
Django is there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I met him in
just
the forest.
randomly in the
Holy
forest.
shit.
They
Yeah, I
bumped into
ran
each
right
other.
up to him. Was like
Did you-
Django.
Luke told me that there was like last year there was a porta potty door that you had to go through this porta potty door and then it opened up to a stage in the forest. And this time apparently it's a fireplace.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's almost like a speakeasy.
There's
You
a
have to
bunch
know
of
about
those,
it.
he
Yeah.
said. There's
Yeah.
a
Oh, there's
bunch
a
of
bunch of
those.
them.
There's like a whole like Meow Wolf style, like
I don't know what that is.
immersive. It's like immersive installations. Like you went through doors and you were in a boxing match, and then there was like fucking moat with kayaking and crazy shit.
I think we can only take like half of this. Is what he actually saw.
half of this
There
is
was no-
real. The
yeah,
other
yeah.
half,
There was no boxing
there
match
was
with
no,
elves.
there was no kayaking in a moat in one room. So for all of you going to electrical forest
Yeah.
event,
Yeah.
it's not always like
Call
that.
Luke
Yeah.
before you go. He
Yeah.
knows what to do.
Actually, Luke never even left St. Pete.
Yeah. God damn. All right. I got to move on quickly from that one. All right.
Thanks, cakes and dumbbells.
All right. So another, you were saying Ben John's lip reading for the new Vulcan Ball.
Oh yeah, you didn't see that?
I didn't see it, but I
Oh,
don't
it's
think
great.
that I think there's multiple instances of where this is
yeah,
happening.
there's multiple, but the one in San Clemente was memes did a thing on it. I actually think the new Vulcan ball is good. I'm going to say that first. I think it's a huge improvement from the previous one. It'll be a test when it's really cold because it's different when it's cold. That's when you can kind of really see when a ball deforms. But so far, I haven't had problems with it. But Ben is just going off during a match. Like, this ball is fucking shit. It's not funny. I can't play with this fucking thing. And he's
oh my
just
God.
relaying that over and over.
That's
so
sad.
he's clearly not happy
This
about
must
it.
be an ongoing fight, I'm assuming.
It has to be because the same thing happened in Red Rock. He was
Yeah.
so pissed about it,
Yeah.
and then wouldn't talk about it when they interviewed him. But you know,
I mean, my thought on that is everyone's playing the
it's the
same
same for everybody,
ball.
right?
It's like you can't let that stuff mentally affect you.
Easier said than done.
Yeah,
Graham.
I know. But
For sure.
Coming from the guy who does Cobra when his players miss.
But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, everyone's playing the same ball. They're all getting bad.
Yeah.
bounces.
Yeah, no,
Everyone's
you're
getting-
absolutely right.
I'm sure it probably feels like you're the one that's only getting
It's like
them in
fan
the moment.
noise. Everyone's dealing with the fan noise. Why
Yeah.
is it specifically
Yeah.
bothering you?
Well,
Yeah.
there was one instance this weekend. I won't name names, but a particular person was watching and stood up and called the players a fucking idiot and that they were fucking cheaters, and it was pretty gross.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was too much.
I mean, that's
Um,
going to happen too.
Just a
Yeah, but
regular
this is someone
fan?
like no. This
Oh.
is someone that has an affiliation with
Oh.
something. I can't talk more, but something on tour, and
Yeah.
and they are way out of like they're getting hammered, and they are disgusting.
Oh,
Like the way they
no.
behave, the way it's disgusting.
Damn. That's wild.
But and the thing is that was crazy about it too is the ball was like this far out. I'm sitting on the line. Fuck you, you fucking cheaters! Are you fucking kidding me? Screaming directly at them.
Damn. That's intense. Did
And
he get kicked out?
Like I like the Pablo flip off. I like the banter back and forth. You know, it can never be about. You can obviously cross a line, but just hearing that, it was like, no, that's
Yeah.
crossing the line. You're fucking.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in Atlanta when that fan, everyone went quiet and it was, fuck you, Riley Newman.
That was
didn't
funny.
hear that.
Oh, it was great.
You didn't hear that?
The whole place went silent. I think it was more of a joke than it was
It was
serious.
all those college kids,
It was
drunk
all the college
Oh,
kids,
that's
and it
good
went
stuff.
silent, and all of a sudden, just one
Riley
dude.
probably handled it well.
It was
though,
a
right?
girl. It was this girl.
Yeah.
He just kind of like stared forward and didn't really react,
Yeah,
no,
honestly.
Mm.
I would have been like, fuck you too.
Yeah. All right, so Dylan and JW now clearly the best team. Dylan now the number one
Yeah.
in men's doubles.
Yes.
Wow, that's huge.
Huge.
I'm Are you surprised it's Dylan and not J-Dub?
Well, no, because he's played more events.
He just has?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
More points, yeah.
He's got more points.
Got it.
I mean, like, I think J-Dub's disgusting. Let's just say that. J-Dub's really fucking good. Like right now, to me, obviously Ben's probably still the best player. That would be the general consensus. I actually think Hayden is the best dual side player. But, Dylan and J-Dub have a system down. They are very, very hard to get through. They do not make any errors.
Right.
Like they are really, really good. And I think you can't argue that, especially over the last 3 months, they're the best team in the world.
Wow.
By a fair margin. They've won everything.
Who do you think's also a threat in this point system? You think Hayden could be up there?
Yeah. Listen, Hayden is, I think, 18 years old. Is that right?
Yeah, I think he just turned 18.
He's 123 pounds. Let's talk about that first. 123 fucking pounds. And the kid plays like it's just crazy how swaggy he is. And the shit he's hitting now, nuts. And it kind of goes with our thing, Graham. Like we originally thought that the tall guys would break pickleball, but Hayden covers so much court, even in mixed and in doubles, because he's so shifty and fast.
Yeah.
And then he's blessed with this extremely heavy hand.
Yeah.
A guy that small shouldn't pop the ball that fast, but his hands are maybe the fastest, close, certainly top 5, and he hits the shit out of the ball in these like small, compact little movements. He's the guy that I'll put. Like if he and Tardio ever start playing together, which might be the team of the future,
I can see that.
They're the winners for a long time.
Yeah.
So I would put them in the points. Obviously, if Diescu comes back, I really hope that he has good results when he comes back, because he was starting to win a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hayden and Gabe don't really have a tennis background, right?
No, Gabe a little bit, but Hayden not at all. And he'll like joke with me like, how's my strokes? Like pretty fucking good actually. Every now and then I'll give him shit like forehand's janky. I'll teach you a lesson after if you need it because that thing sucks, like stuff like that. But in reality, like his technique's good, and he has more shots than anybody. Two-handed backhand roll, two-handed backhand drop, two-handed backhand counter, one-handed counter, one-handed. I mean, name it, and he's got it, and he's good at it.
So, is it safe to say, like, let's take a look at the points leaderboard in 5 years, and it's all going to be these kids under like 25?
Yes. And kids who didn't play tennis.
Right.
Maybe played a little bit, but found pickleball at 12 and were like, I love this. Even when I did the kids clinic again in San Clemente, which I enjoy doing, but this one was hard because we had so many fucking kids for Zane and I. There's kids who have so many tricky little attacks. And it's like, I asked them the same thing. Hey, do you ever play tennis? No. Only pickle. Yep. And they're
reinventing it.
Yeah, they're reinventing it.
Yeah.
They're yes. I don't know if we're playing the game the right way yet. These kids are figuring it out.
Yeah. Crazy. And then for singles, a little bit wide open on the singles side, but you put Chris Hayworth down here as the favorite in terms of best singles.
I do. When I saw him in Dallas, I thought the same thing. He, first of all, is practicing singles primarily. He serves huge, uses a new Babolat paddle that apparently is very similar to the Power Air. And he, by far, has the best forehand, backhand, passing shot combo. It's not even close. Like, there's no one even close.
Wow.
Maybe Kwang Duong's close, but Chris's backhand, I think, is better, and he has more reach. He's smoother. I think he's the best singles guy.
Yeah. Have you played Kwang Dong in singles?
No, I don't want to. I have no interest in that.
I'm getting him ready for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cross court, harder, faster.
I did play Tyson, who was on fire with the new Yola in San Clemente, and it's just not fair.
All right, so he's playing with this Gen Alpha paddle. Is that what it's called?
Such a joke.
They're called Protos.
No, they're called Mod and Alpha are the names. And they're the exact same paddle as the Gen 3. There is no difference. Same propulsion core.
You just can't buy them.
No, you can't buy them yet, but and then Yola, obviously, we didn't even talk about that $30 million lawsuit with USA Pickleball.
Oh, they are suing USA Pickleball
for $30 million.
Right.
Well, I know it hurt them.
Oh, fucking
big time.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, they did a whole refund of all the paddles.
Yep.
They had to. I know for some employees that they got taken off their jobs to like be full-time refunding.
Oh man,
like
crazy.
They had to,
really?
Yeah. It was that big.
It'd be interesting to see how
shift resources.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know how they're. I don't get the concept that the Gen 3 was banned, and then the first one I go to when I hear that, the first sound when I walked up was a player using the new Yola, the mod and alpha, and it was just like, what? This is the same. And did you see the Pickleball studio video when they did the 20,000 frames per second? Did you guys see that?
Oh, I think that
and
just
it like
First of all, the ball,
trampoline.
yes, it
Yeah.
trampolines, which it says in the rule book it's not supposed to trampoline. And
the
then,
paddle actually moved.
yeah, you can see it like, so they take other
Compress.
paddles that are
They
normal.
did it with the gearbox.
don't
You can see it on the
compress.
other side with the gearbox, which I thought was interesting. Like even from the backside, you could see it indent from the backside on the gearbox.
But then the other paddles that don't at all. Right.
Yeah, the ball compresses instead of the paddle.
Right. And all this concept that the ball doesn't compress is now bullshit, right? Because you saw when it's hitting the ground.
It compresses.
Of course it compresses.
Wow.
But yeah, it was literally like, and
Wow.
it just propels. So the shit Tyson was hitting off
I
the
mean, it is
forehand
propulsion technology.
It is.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know how they get away with that. But anyway, so yeah, the new mod and alpha are out there, the exact same paddle. You can't buy them yet, but there is no difference to what the players were playing with and what they are playing with.
Yeah.
None.
Interesting.
Interesting is one word.
Someone should do some data, real clear stats. Let's do some data on what the win percentage is of Yola alphas or Yola Gen 3s.
So high.
I think
pretty high.
Yola players were winning most medals in PPA events for the whole year.
Yeah, and I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but Anna's been using her Gen 2 paddle, Bright, since it was outlawed. She hasn't gone to like one of the mod or alphas, and they haven't won since. They've been having bad losses.
And also, Ben and Colin don't play the
Gen
mods.
3. No, they don't play mod.
They play the old versions.
Yeah, correct. They play the old version.
Yeah.
Like watching Deckel with the new one is crazy how hard he hits the fucking ball. And I'm not here to complain. I'm just observing because people will be like, you're bitching. I'm not fucking bitching. I'm just telling you, you watch the game. It's different. Guys get high balls that aren't using those and the point stays alive. And then a high ball goes to him. It's fucking night. It's over.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Same thing on the women's side. Like Marietta, you'll have 4 girls. No one can put the ball away. Ball goes up to Marietta. Bye. It's over.
Yeah.
It's just
crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know in MLP, I don't like playing against people that have them. I think it just feels like you can sense the match. It's hard to explain, but
Did you see the one girl? Was her Wang or Wong that we played? Dude,
that's what
she
I'm
was
saying.
playing fucking insane with that thing.
You know who else I thought was what's her Valdez?
Yeah, she was using Engage though.
Was it Valdez? What's the last team we played? Anyway, 2 women that had Gen 3s, and I thought to myself, man, we're at a big disadvantage here. Redker's another example.
Was hitting
Just
the shit out of
feels
the
like
ball.
hitting the crap out of the ball.
Yeah, you can't put the ball up at all. And then the forehand drive, just dipping so much.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to go against them.
Yeah, they essentially learned how to delaminate a paddle. That's basically what they did. We're going to start you off with the delam.
All right. I mean, it's going to work itself out. It
Yeah,
already
is. It is. No, they're really working on it. I even talked to Pardo about it. It's going to conclude at some point here, but it is what it is.
All right. So you wanted us to nerd out with you, Travis, a little bit about Ben's grip change.
Yeah, I did.
Let's talk about it. Talk
really
me through it.
Cool concept. Do you have a paddle?
Yeah, grab it in the side pocket of
This
the thing.
That ain't the one.
You know what's in that one?
Wow.
Great fucking paddle. Yeah, so
Hey, pull the mic close.
Oh, sorry. So JW and Ben both play with like this kind of Eastern forehand grip for everything, right? And when you come over from tennis in particular, you have like a standard volley grip, which is full Conti. Very hard to like roll the ball. And there's some other disadvantages from like the spots you can hit. So when I looked at Ben's old videos, because I nerd out like that sometimes, I'll go back and watch players to see how they've evolved. Ben is full Conti, and his game is almost unrecognizable to what it is now. And so I asked him, did you start with this grip? Yeah, I switched it over. Why? Well, initially the paddles were like glass. You couldn't create spin. Now that there's more spin, he moved to this kind of Federer forehand grip. And the only disadvantage really is the backhand counter. You have to put it down like this because obviously the face is open. But there's so many advantages: forehand off the bounce, forehand drive. You can actually like guard the forehand better because if you're in a Conti, you kind of wait like this. And if you're in that grip, just naturally your body goes here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the coolest part of it for me is, because I'm moving towards this, I've been working on it, is anatomically you could reach on both sides. So if I'm in a full Conti and I reach out in front, my paddle angle goes that way. But if I'm in this grip, I can go either direction. So what ends up happening is the ball has to be basically back here for me to reach on a forehand. And because of this grip change, I can reach straight out in front of me on both sides. So I get about another foot of reach on the forehand, and the backhand's irrelevant. You can reach no matter what grip you have on the backhand. So there's a number of advantages that make it the right grip. And as like a initial pickleballer, I thought it was wrong. I was like, all these guys have the wrong grip. But for pickle, it's absolutely right. Going full Conti is not the way to go because it's limiting. And there's certain players that have that are predictable and their options are minimized. So it's kind of cool that he made that transition a couple of years ago and then just trained himself on the shots where it's slightly more difficult to be a better player. We did it with Graham today, and let's just say my coaching was pretty fucking good.
Yeah?
I used to have that grip and switched to Continental last year.
Yeah, I fucked you up. No,
I
remember
mean,
when we started playing, I said you were wrong.
Yeah.
We started playing, I was wrong. It's like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it makes perfect sense.
Now I'm back.
Now you're back. Now he's going to be
Is that
on
what you needed?
forehand line out of the air, nutting it.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
But now I gotta relearn the backhand is the problem.
The
Because the
backhand's
backhand's completely different now.
Yeah.
But it's great for the forehand.
It's great for a lot of things.
I mean, a lot of
Good
players
for the serve,
will-
good for drives.
And
Yeah, it's good for a
JW's
lot
there
of
too.
things.
And that's one of the reasons. Hayden's there too. Hayden's even farther.
Yeah,
He's almost
yeah.
like semi-Western forehand, which is fucking crazy to me. But there's guys there. And there's a lot of advantages.
Yeah, makes sense. Interesting. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're caught up. We did a lot of reviews. Obviously, we've got some few days to go before DC, and Travis, are you playing in the PPA alongside of it?
No, there is no PPA.
There is no
alongside
PPA
it.
anymore. Weren't they supposed to have that?
It's just an amateur event. I
Amateur
believe.
event is
Yeah.
happening at the same time. But no, it's only MLP.
Okay,
But it's going to be a cool event. Bags is doing, Tropical is doing the MC stuff.
Yep.
nice. Like to see that.
Are you guys playing? You're not
We
playing
can't,
yet.
'cause
you
they're-
can't.
There's
Oh,
no,
you're gonna play-
we
you're
were
gonna
playing
play
pro.
pro.
There's
That's
no
right,
pro
that's right,
event.
that's right.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see him. I'm doing some stuff with him, and Andrea Coop obviously does an amazing job. It's an awesome event. And they have all kinds of stuff planned, like night after night after night after night after night, money balls, exhibitions.
Cool.
So it should be a really cool one.
That's awesome. Are you going, Graham? Oh, of course you are.
On
Yeah.
the same flight.
Yes.
Sweet. Oh,
I've
same
actually-
flight.
This is my third or fourth time going. I'm a 2-time medalist at the Beer City Open.
That
That's
was the
right.
first event that I ever traveled to for pickleball.
Really?
And that's where I met Bags. That's Graham came and just stayed with me and, supported me like the
Nice.
good friend he used
Yelled
to
at
be.
Julian Arnold.
Yeah, we yelled at Julian a fair bit.
Okay.
We had a fucking great time. Actually, that was a great 2 days. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited to get back.
Very cool. Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
I'll be in Costa Rica while
Oh
you guys
my
are doing that.
Jesus, Luke. Just come back, okay? I worry about you. Do we need to get this intervention together? We've been talking about
This
this.
is crazy.
I
What's
lo-
going on in Costa Rica?
I love it.
It's a bachelor party.
Oh God,
Yeah. Yeah. I might be in
Which-
prison by the time.
No,
Fucking
don't say
A.
that.
That's
Not Costa
very
Rican
possible.
prison.
Yeah, you know.
Is
Okay.
there some kind of EDM event going on there
No,
as well? A
no,
festival?
no. I think we hired a private DJ for the Airbnb
Of
there,
course they did.
but we'll see.
Or the Airbnb?
Yeah.
Like inside
Yeah.
the Airbnb?
Well,
you
one
have
of the
a
guys,
DJ?
one of the guys coming is a DJ. So
Oh,
So he's
gotcha.
bringing his turntables, all his stuff.
yeah, of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many people is this?
9 of us.
All men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, hey,
it's
it's
a
a
bachelor party.
great time.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, bachelor party.
Uh,
Sorry, excuse me.
yeah, that's all I can say on that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right, we're gonna go through some fireplaces. Find some fucking.
Moats with kayaking.
Yeah.
Does sound great.
If any suckers want to rave with me ever, just let me know and we'll figure it out.
By the way, someone came up to me in San Clemente and said, "I'm a sucker." Just so you know, I'm a sucker. And I was going to say also in Sacramento, one came up and just walked up to me and said, "Hey, Travis, yes, go fuck yourself." I was like, "Excuse me? I watch your pod all the time. I've just always wanted to tell you to go fuck yourself." Great, thanks. Fuck you too, and walked away.
I think that's probably because you guys
All
tell
right,
each other go fuck, fuck
yeah.
yourself so much. It's like people are like, I wouldn't kind of say that to you guys.
yeah, go fuck yourself.
That's it. Perfect. All right. Cool. Well, thanks everybody. Tennis sucks still.
Tennis still fucking sucks. We're not sure about back of the rack yet, but tennis still fucking sucks.
We'll get that one day.
Get us some sponsors, Graham. Jesus, get to work.
All right. Bye.
Later.
Bye.